becoming the ultimate Strand weapon. You're gonna want to watch this entire build video because this loadout will let you keep entire rooms suspended while always having woven mail to stay extremely tanky, unraveling rounds to help kill your enemies, and making your teammates jealous of how badass you look while doing it. So make sure to grab a cold one, take a seat, and consider subscribing if you enjoy build videos. Let me know in the comments below if you're enjoying the season so far. Starting off with the featured exotic, the 6 Coyote. Gain a second dodge charge. The reason having a second dodge charge is so important for this build is because we're pairing it with Ensnaring Slam. This is going to allow you to jump in the air and consume your dodge, which will allow you to dive to the ground and suspend all targets nearby on impact. This will extend the duration of your dodge, so make sure that you have marksman dodge so your base cooldown is already lower, but this will allow us to have 2 slams to keep things suspended. The combination of our exotic, mods, and fragments, we're pretty much going to always have our dodge charge available to us. And if that wasn't enough, we're also going to have a range suspend with our shackle grenade. This is going to allow us to throw a strand grenade that suspends enemies on impact. Pairing that with Widow Silk, we gain an additional grenade charge, which is going to help us have a total of 4 different suspends at any given moment, 2 ranged and 2 up close suspends. Having the fragment Thread of Continuity is going to allow our suspend effects to go from 8 to 10 seconds. So each time we suspend something, it'll be suspended for 10 seconds, which is quite a long time. This will also increase the duration of Unravel and Sever effects. The way we have our dodge and grenade cooldowns always available to us is through the Strand fragment Thread of Mind and Thread of Generation. Thread of Mind, defeating suspended targets grants ability energy. So the more targets you can suspend and defeat, pretty much reset your dodge cooldown, giving you infinite ensnaring slams, as well as Thread of Generation. Whenever we deal damage, we'll generate grenade energy. And for our final fragment, we're using Thread of Wardening. Picking up an Orb of Power grants Woven Mail. With the help of our artifact, Woven Mail is going to allow our Strand weapons to gain unraveling rounds, while also making unraveling rounds deal more damage. In order to just straight up delete everything that you suspend, if you have the new seasonal sword with chain reaction, just killing an enemy with this sword will create an elemental explosion around it, dealing insane damage. And if you have unraveling rounds procced with this sword out, you're pretty much just going to kill everything you suspend. This sword can be easily obtained through the seasonal activities such as your deep dives and salvage, as well as at the helm you can use deep dive engrams to focus the sword. For your primary weapon, you should be using Quicksilver Storm, Refuse's Fury from the raid, or the Immortal. And if you happen to have one with Demolitionist, that would work best in order to get more grenade energy back. If you feel like you're lacking in the range department, make sure to use a sniper in your energy slot, but if not, then just use a fusion rifle or shotgun. Looking at our armor mods in your helmet, make sure to have the proper siphon mods to generate orbs of power. And in your chest piece, make sure to have the proper resist mods. And since we're using a sword, you can also use Lucent Blades, which is going to increase the energy recharge rate of your equipped sword. In our arms, we're using Heavy Handed to generate orbs of power from powered melee final blows, as well as Bolstering Detonation to grant class ability energy when you cause damage with a grenade, and Grenade Kickstart to give you grenade energy back for just throwing a grenade. In our legs, we're using Reciprocation to stay healthy, as well as Insulation to reduce our class abilities cooldowns each time we pick up an Orb of Power, and Strand Weapon Surge to give our Strand weapons more damage. In our class item, we're using Bomber, reduce grenade cooldown when using your class ability, and Reaper. Reaper, after using your class ability, your next weapon final blow spawns an Orb of Power. And most importantly, Powerful Attraction automatically collects nearby orbs of power when you activate your class ability. And yes, this works with Ensnaring Slam, so if there's orbs of power nearby, when you dive to the ground and suspend everything nearby, you're going to automatically collect all of those orbs of power.